Yes, hello lads, how are you all doing? I bet you're so excited to see this 100% original video idea that nobody has ever done before. Okay, maybe a few people have done it, but their opinions don't matter as much as mine.
You're hard, showing off.
Now, if you've been watching my channel over the past month or so, you'll almost definitely be aware that I've been reacting to each and every team's new car / livery launch for the season ahead. And at the end of each of these videos, I've been giving said new liveries a rating out of 10. Of, you know, my initial thoughts on the car, if it looks nice, etc. However, today, I'm here to refine those numbers since, you know, over time you can grow to like or dislike certain liveries. And in the heat of the moment, it's very easy to get carried away and, you know, make rash decisions. Like giving the Mercedes an 8 out of 10. Plus, with testing taking place over the last weekend, we've now actually seen these cars out on track, you know, how they actually look and not just in the renders or the release pictures. And we all know that can really make a difference. And spoiler alert, seeing these cars out on track has actually changed my opinion on most of them. In fact, my opinions have changed quite a lot. And I mean, to be fair, they're still changing now. Like, I must have rewritten the script like 20 times, honestly. I keep changing them up, down, zigzag. Cars are all over the shop, basically. So I probably will disagree with the order I put them in now by the time this video is uploaded. But if I didn't just lock in an order, I'd still be there trying to script it now. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time or my time. Let's just get into it, shall we? The following is my rankings of the F1 2021 cars. Liveries.
You don't like me, that's established. Keyboard warrior, ugly ass catfish. You can never act this out here, living that lavish life. You should be embarrassed, guys.
Now, out of all the liveries this year, one got slightly more hate than the rest of them. And by that I mean I saw it and called it the worst livery I'd ever seen on an F1 car ever. Which I did mean at the time. But you know, like I said, now I've seen the cars out on track, my opinion has changed. And thus, I'm shocked to announce in 10th place on my list is not the Williams. It's the Ferrari. Now, the boys in red have really dropped the ball this year, lads. Although we'll start with the positives. You know, the front of the car looks quite nice. They got rid of that big chunky nose now. It's a new design. It doesn't look quite as bad at all. It's got a cool mix in black and red. You know, it's a classic Ferrari. But, lads, the back. Look, I don't like the burgundy, okay? I didn't like it last year when it was on the car. I don't like it now. It's too dark. They got black writing on there instead of white, so you can't actually read the sponsor logo. The fade from that to the normal red's too sharp, so it just looks stupid. And it just generally makes the car look dirty. Like, big man, are you leaking oil? And then on top of that, I don't like the new style of numbers they got going on. And obviously, the green Mission Winnow logo. I'm not going to mention it too much. We all know it's a bit weird. We all know it's stupid. But I'm just thankful it's not going to be on the car very much, if at all, this season. So yeah, all of that combined just means it's a really ugly car. And yeah, 10th place for the Ferrari. 9th place now, and of course it is the Williams. As I mentioned, when this livery was released, I really didn't like it. Calling it the worst livery I've ever seen. What the fuck is that? That is disgusting. Are you serious? That's their car. That is the ugliest F1 car. Why does it look like someone have an F1 2020 open lobby? Honestly, out of all the concept livery designs I've seen, like, not even ones done by like junior designers are as bad as this. And honestly, lads, I genuinely meant it at the time. I seriously meant those words I said. The renders of it looked horrendous. It's too dark. It's chaotic. It looks like someone of F1 2020. There's a whole list of things I don't like about it. However, after seeing it on track, I'm actually not that bothered anymore. You know, the more and more pictures I see of this car on track in real life, the more it begins to grow on me. I still don't love it, obviously, hence why it's in 9th place. You know, I just don't think it's my sort of styling car, which is fine. Everyone has different tastes. But yeah, it's definitely not the worst livery I've ever seen. So yeah, I'm sorry about our previous video, Williams, but you gotta admit, those renders didn't look great. 8th place now, and we have AlphaTauri. Oh, how the mighty can fall. 2020, banger of a livery. 2nd place in my video last year. However, for 2021, look how they massacred my boy. They pretty much just flipped the white and navy design they had last year. And for me, it just doesn't really work. From the front end, sick. Looks very cool, very mean. From the side and whatnot, nah, not a fan. It isn't for me. Also, I'm not really a fan of the white rims. So yeah, 8th place. In 7th, we have Haas. Now, when this car was originally launched, I loved it. I thought the design looked sick. The colours worked well, you know, it popped. Obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of the message behind the livery, but you know, I thought the car looked good anyway. However, in person, I'm just not a big fan. It just doesn't really look as nice to me anymore. You know, it looks too white, if that makes sense. And the team kit and overalls look bloody naff. So yeah, 7th place for Haas. I think I still kind of like the design a little bit. I don't know. I can't really you know what? I don't think I do. I'm all over the shop, like I said. 6th place now, and it is the Mercedes. Now, the black Mercedes livery we saw in 2020 will go down as one of the true, iconic, legendary liveries in F1. You know, it was gorgeous, and the message behind it, of course, was massive as well. But this year, I mean, the front half of the car, yeah, like it. Big fan. Looks very nice. I like the new numbers they got going on. Very cool. But the back end... AMG. 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 Not a fan. And to be fair, I think I might have put them a little bit too high, but we're not going to get into that. 6th place for Mercedes. So that's the bottom 5 cars on my list. All of which, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of. But this top 5, I do like all of them. So they are very close, I guess. Except the 1st place one. That was a clear winner for me. But still, we'll get onto that later on. Now in 5th place, we have a bit of a controversial one. Alfa Romeo. Now when this car was launched, I think it's fair to say the general consensus is that this car was sexy. And I mean, I still agree. The red on it looks banging. I like how they put the logo on the white and, you know, the clover. We all love the clover. However, the more and more pictures I see of it, you know, on track, the less I like it just a little bit. Like, obviously, it's still very nice and still a very good livery for them. But I think just the front end lets it down for me. Like, it's a little bit too wide. But obviously, like I said, I still like it. The back end, mwah, mwah, mwah. Very nice. AlphaTauri lads, take note. This is how you do a colour flip properly. And yeah, 5th place for Alpha, but that isn't a bad thing. The top 5 are just very highly rated this year. 4th place now, we have McLaren. Control C, Control V. Pretty much identical to the car last year. But luckily for them, I really liked last year's design. You know, the orange and the blue always works really well. I get from the side profile, it doesn't look the best. You know, this little weird gap they have here is a bit weird. And the subtle changes they have made to it this year, I think, make it slightly worse. But I just can't ignore the fact how much I love that orange. You know, every time I see pictures of it, it just looks so good. So I couldn't warrant putting it any lower than 4th on this list. I mean, look how bright it is. It just looks really cool. Honestly, I'm a child. Onto the podium now, and in 3rd place, we have Aston Martin. Now, as a livery, this one is very simple. And sometimes I look at it and think, you know, is it really that special? There's been a lot of hype around it, but it is, at the end of the day, a green car with, you know, pink bits on it. But then again, sometimes I see it and I think, oh. And I mean, I just can't ignore that. You know, that gorgeous chrome type tealy green they have, it looks really nice for me. So yeah, it's 3rd place for Aston Martin for me. They may go down below McLaren as the year goes on, but it doesn't really matter, does it? So now we're left with just 2 cars, the Red Bull and the Alpine. Or Alpine, I don't know what you call it. Both cars are very gorgeous, but also very different. One matte, one shiny, but which one's better? Well, coming in 2nd place is Red Bull. Max Verstappen and co have, of course, kept their classic, old faithful design they've had for the last, like, decade or so now, with it looking pretty much exactly the same as last year. But I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The few changes they have made to the design this year, and I really do mean few, look really nice. Like the big Honda on the rear wing, mwah, love it. And yeah, I mean, what more can I say? I put them as number 1 last year because I really liked the design. They basically kept the same thing this year, just got a little bit better. And I mean, the only reason they're not number 1 still is because the other team has upped their game. And so, just like they've become used to doing at this point, Red Bull will miss out on the win and finish in the runners-up spot. Cheers, Christian's crying now. And so, that of course leaves the Alpine to take 1st place. Of course it is! This blue beauty blew us all away when it was revealed to us. With its bright and eye-catching blue, perfectly balanced with the black, and of course the mixes of white and red to show their national pride in a more subtle way. Take notes, lads. But yeah, maybe because it's new, maybe because blue is my race car colour, but to me, this livery is almost perfect. And so it can't sit anywhere else other than our number 1 spot. And yeah, there you have it. My rankings of the 2021 F1 liveries. Do you agree with my picks? I'm pretty sure you won't because I just made them and I don't really agree with them anymore. If you're an F1 fan, I'm sure you can relate to that. I mean, my opinion of a livery can change from corner to corner, to be honest. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Or just abuse me for my taste in cars. I really don't mind. Either way, the engagement on this video is going to go up. So just comment. Also, if you aren't already subscribed, lads, make sure to do so. We're trying to hit 5k by the next time I shag your mum, so we're going to... But yeah, if you want to subscribe, I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's been it for me today. My rapid fire ratings of deliveries this year. And rapid fire in that I talk fast. I still spoke a lot. I just talk quickly. I'm sure you've noticed by now. And yeah, until next time, I've been Aiden. This is MrAidenRule. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you lot next time. Goodbye.
You don't like me, that's established. Keyboard warrior, ugly ass catfish. You can never act this out here, living that lavish life. You should be embarrassed, guys. Cash in the vault, so it's safe to say your boy stay dry on the rainy days. Royal flow, put me center stage.